Happy New Year, everybody. So I guess this is my first blog going into the new year. And so I've been talking to a lot of aspiring writers, people who are wanting to pursue that in their life. And now that's the New Year's, I'm very big on New Year's resolutions. And not so long ago, it would seem, I made a resolution that I was going to get something published. And that New Year's resolution, that was now 5 books ago. So that's pretty cool. So I definitely encourage people to make resolutions and to set goals for themselves because writing goals are very, very important, in my opinion. And so one of the things I did was I also made a resolution that I was going to do a movie blog because a lot of you know I'm a big, big movie fan. And so I'd set deadlines. I was like, I want to be posting one a week. And so I actually wrote the first 6 in like 2 weeks to make sure I had a backlog or was ready to go. So I didn't fall behind that deadline. And deadlines are very important because it's better to do something and do it wrong than not do anything at all. I tell people, in order to become a good writer, you have to first be a bad writer. It's better to fix a bad story or manuscript than to sit there and think about how you're not going to write the story till it's perfect. Because chances are it'll never be perfect in your mind before you actually sit down to write it. So I encourage everyone to set deadlines. But also another thing I want to talk about is I wanted to talk about thick skin. And if you're going to be a writer, that is something that you really have to kind of develop. You have to kind of develop a thick skin. The first time I ever got an opportunity to have any of my work done, it was a play that I had written, and it was going to be performed. And so this play that I had written, you know, we all use personal experience and stuff. So I wrote a play based on some things that were very personal to me. And so the person who was going to produce my play, they said, well, it's in a good place to start. But I want to hook you up with this particular director, and this director will go over it with you and tell you some things that can be improved upon. And so I was like, okay. And so this director that they set me with definitely wasn't the most tactful, kindest person. He looked at my script and he was like, this sucks, this is stupid, change this is dumb. And this was very personal stuff that I had written here that he was actually calling stupid and dumb. But I wanted to become good. I wanted to improve. I knew I was getting an opportunity and I didn't want to lose that opportunity. So I listened to everything he said, and then I went back and rewrote the script based on his suggestions. And it was a much better script, and I got a lot of good feedback on the play after all the changes. And so as you write, you know, you're going to be fortunate if there are some people who are going to be able to take the time to actually read what you did and give you feedback. Not everyone's good with feedback. Not everyone's going to say, well, they're not going to say, well, I like what you did here. I think it was really good, but maybe you should think about this. Or I can see what you're going, where you're going, and I think you're really talented, but try this and this. Not everybody's going to be like that. In a perfect world, yes. But you're going to have a lot of people who say, I didn't like it. It was dumb. And that's all they're going to give you. If you want to get better, learn to ask follow-up questions. When somebody tells you, oh, they didn't like it, you know, why didn't you like it? What was it about it that wasn't working for you? You know, learn to ask a couple questions to maybe narrow down a little bit, because I didn't like it is not necessarily great constructive feedback, but if you learn to ask the right questions, you can find the constructive feedback in there. And not everybody's going to be very conscious of your feelings, and the further you get in this, the more you're going to see that. Publishers, when they reject you, they're rejecting 50 people a day. So they're not taking the time to hold your hand and tell you, keep fighting the good fight. They're probably going to send you a form letter. That's just part of the beast. So if you want to pursue it, you know, you got to develop a little bit thick skin, but, you know, definitely don't give up. You know, just keep pushing at it. And, you know, you set those goals, you start meeting those goals, and a lot of surprising things can happen. I hope everyone's new year is off to a great, great start. You all take it easy, and my next book will be coming out in a few weeks. So woohoo! Be on the lookout for it. Spectres of Mist and Sand. Everyone have a good one.